COVID-19 has shone a light on who our society truly depends on and made us realize that those who rely on most in our greatest time of need are often those we end up ignoring when times are good. Bob Bradley once stated, "Hard times don't create heroes. It's during the hard times when the heroes within us is revealed." My name is Jerry Song. Today, I want to talk to you about the unsung heroes of the COVID-19. These are the people that don't seek attention, rarely get recognized, and even more rarely get paid enough for their job. Despite all of this, they are the engines that during this most perilous moment in our modern history drive our societies. I'm going to begin by telling you a story of courageous Canadian nurses who leave the relative safety of their small Canadian city every day and travel to Detroit, Michigan, a city posed to be the next epicenter of the American coronavirus. Then I'm going to follow up and tell you a story of grocery workers who work for minimum wage, who subject themselves to violent crowds, verbal abuse, and potential unsafe working conditions so our families can put food on the table. Finally, I want to discuss care workers who are responsible for serving the most vulnerable among us, such as youth with disabilities. Let's begin with the stories of courageous Canadian nurses who risk their lives so our American neighbors can live. When we go to work, we imagine driving a couple miles and heading right to the office. This is not the case for Steve Harnick. He is a nurse living in Windsor, Ontario. But every morning he gets up and travels to Detroit, Michigan in the US. Like many doctors and nurses around the world, he knows that by working, he might lose his family, put them in danger, and even risk his very own life. More than any other healthcare worker out there, these nurses choose to go from the relative safety of their small Canadian town, which has 129 cases and 1 death, to a much more dangerous place across the border. A few miles away, his workplace of Detroit, Michigan has 15,000 cases and almost 2,000 deaths. Yet despite all of this risk, these heroes refuse to sit at home when they know they can play a unique role in saving the lives of thousands. With no recognition and extremely little pay, these brave nurses make the world better every single day. They truly are a definition of a hero. Secondly, beyond the nurses and doctors who are truly worthy of our appreciation, there are countless other workers on whose bravery and commitment our society depends. One of such groups is incredible supermarket employees who literally help us put food on the table. They face hundreds of different people, deal with stressed out and sometimes aggressive customers, and oftentimes isolate themselves from their families. So the next time you have a meal with your loved ones, please take a minute to realize whose brave work, whose commitment makes your everyday meal possible. And when one day the world turns back to normal, we should all learn to treat these essential workers with respect and pay they truly deserve. Last, but certainly not least, let's talk about disability care workers. Now, societies are often judged by how we treat the most vulnerable among us. And by that measure, the workers who care for children with disabilities are perhaps the best or most worthy people in our community. These brave heroes risk their lives and face the dangers of COVID-19 so that families who have children with disabilities can cope in these extraordinary times. At the end of the day, I'm sure we all believe that these unsung heroes should be better recognized, but we should go further than that. When the time comes to fund special educational programs, to fight for workers' rights, or simply treat your cashier with respect and kindness, we should remember who was here for us when the world was falling apart. Thank you.